The NBA over the years has been full of surprises, legends, and moments that make us rethink the game each and every day. Draft night is where it all begins, careers are made, hopes are crushed, and sometimes we just can't predict who's going to rise to the top. But today on Inside the Zone with Matteo, we're going to be taking a look back at the last 6 draft classes all the way back to 2020, and we are going to be redrafting the top 20 picks in a sort of a little bit of a redraft based on how their careers have unfolded so far. Some of these decisions might shock you, some might make total sense, but all of them are worth a second look. So let's roll the intro and let's get into it. That is right, everybody. Welcome back to Inside the Zone with Matteo, where we are going to be redrafting the last 5 or 6 or so draft classes in the NBA, starting off with the 2020 NBA draft. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 100 subscribers. Can we hit 70 subscribers by 2026? I know you guys can make it happen. We just hit 60-some subscribers when I'm recording this video. I would appreciate the heck out of you guys if you will hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow my channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start off with the 2020 NBA draft class. So here we go. Basketball Reference is a great place if you want to go find anything basketball related. They have all the draft classes all the way back from 1952. But as we know, Anthony Edwards, my Minnesota Timberwolves, had the number 1 overall pick in that draft class, and they took Anthony Edwards first overall. Then we got James Wiseman going to the Golden State Warriors, then LaMelo Ball going to the Charlotte Hornets. Then you got the Bulls taking Patrick Williams, Isaac Okoro, going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Atlanta took Ngwangu. Hayes went to Detroit with the 7th overall pick. Obi Toppin went to the Knicks, 8th overall. Njai went to Washington with the 9th overall pick. Phoenix had the 10th overall pick. They took Jalen Smith. Devin Vassell was taken 11th overall by the San Antonio Spurs. Tyrese Halliburton taken by the Sacramento Kings at pick 12. At pick 13, you got Kira Lewis Jr. Aaron Nesmith went to Boston with the 14th overall pick, and then the top 15 ended up with Cole Anthony going to Orlando. So then you got Isaiah Stewart going to Portland, Minnesota taking, again, another player that I don't think they ever really played. Josh Green, Bay, Achawa, Maxey, Ninji, Hampton, Quickly, Pritchard, and Jaden McDaniel, at the end of the line at pick 28. And then at pick 30, it was Desmond Bane to Boston. And then round 2, I will only note anybody who is very notable here. And I haven't seen Nick Richards went to the Pelicans. Isaiah Joe went to Philadelphia. And Sam Merrill went to the Pelicans with pick 60. And there's only 2 rounds. So I feel like if we were to do a redraft for any other league, it would take forever because there are so many rounds. But the NBA only has 2 rounds. So this is going to make things easier. And this is how we're going to do it here. So here on my little Google document here, I have 2020. We're going to redraft about the top 20. If I get to a point where it's like, I don't think any of these guys are worth it, I think we'll just end up stopping it and leave it blank, and then we'll move on to the next draft class. We'll go over to 2021. We'll go over to 2020. Ooh, did I miss 2020? No, 2022. There you go. 2023, 2024, and then we're only going to do the top 10 for 2025. And then at the end of the episode, we will do top 15 from all 6 draft classes. So will Wembanyama be number 1 or will Cooper Flag be number 1? We'll figure that all out coming up. But let's go back to the 2020 draft class where at the start, he went number 1 overall for a reason. Give me Anthony Edwards. Edwards is definitely the best player in this draft class. I'm not going to say by far because I do think people could get angry about, I don't know if I think LaMelo's a little worse, but I mean, you got guys like Halliburton, you got guys like Tyrese Maxey. They're all playing at a high level. I just think right now at a competitive level, Anthony Edwards is the clear number one, at least for me. Jaden McDaniels you could make an argument that he's a top 10 pick. We'll see how it goes here. But number two overall here, it's not going to be James Wiseman. I'm sorry. But imagine here, you have the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are on the clock. And I don't think they take a point guard because of Steph Curry. But imagine they develop somebody into a shooting guard and they get Tyrese Halliburton. Imagine. Tyrese Halliburton, because he is going to be that next member. Get this out of here. Thank you, appreciate it. Tyrese Halliburton will be the second overall pick. I'm sorry, it doesn't. I didn't want to have to be accused of not spelling his name right or whatever. I mean, I guess we could do hold on. This just makes it weird. Hold on. Does that look good for you guys? Hold on. Apologize. We don't normally have technical difficulties like that, but hey, it happens. So we have Anthony Edwards going number one overall, and in a way, this would be to Minnesota. This would be to the Golden State Warriors. So imagine a backcourt of Halliburton and Curry. That would be insane for sure. But now the third overall pick is going to be where things get a little more interesting, because we could have LaMelo go stay third overall and go to Charlotte. We could have him drop, though, to 4, to 5, to 6, to 7. Mr. 6'7" himself, LaMelo Ball. And, when I'm looking over here, I like Tyrese Maxey. I like Jaden McDaniels. I just don't think they're a top 5 pick. I don't think nobody in the second round jumped out to me. Peyton Pritchard for sure could be probably a 16, 17 pick. Obi Toppin could be. Devin Vassell could be. But I think we're gonna keep LaMelo. We're gonna keep LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball will stay a Charlotte Hornet. There we go. LaMelo Ball. I think he is the next best player. If we're looking overall wise, I think you could build a team around LaMelo. The Hornets just haven't put the right pieces around him. And I think those are your top 3 so far here in the 2020 draft class. Yeah, now we go into, this is where it gets now where do we go from here? So Patrick Williams went to Chicago here at 4th overall. I don't think we're going to do that. We could do Obi Toppin. I don't think so. I think Jalen Smith's an interesting decision there. Isaiah Stewart. Jaden McDaniels. I think he is going to be pretty high, but I think I'll take Tyrese Maxey over Jaden McDaniels, and I think I'll take that over, So, in a way here, Tyrese or Emmanuel Quickly is good as well. Desmond Bain, there's some interesting dudes here in this draft class. But 4th overall, hear me out. The way this dude has been playing absolutely fantastic for the San Antonio Spurs. They would not get him. Chicago would get him. Give me Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell will go to the Chicago Bulls. 4th overall. I think I'm going to take that. Him being the next best player. Yeah, and then as a Timberwolves fan, I will show Jaden McDaniels some love here. Wow, Jaden McDaniels, boys. Will go 5th overall to Cleveland. I wonder if Cleveland would keep him, because I don't think the Lakers kept McDaniels. He got drafted by the Lakers, but then I think he got traded away. And then I guess this makes it pretty easy after this here. I will take our second Tyrese. That's insane that we've had 2 Tyreses in the same draft class. Give me Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, he's been balling. He's still a really good. Who does he go to? He goes over Atlanta. Atlanta taking Tyrese Maxey. I like that for the Hawks in general. I don't remember if they had Trae Young at this point or not. But Tyrese Maxey on the Atlanta Hawks, I could see that. I like that. So those are the easy 7 that come to mind here. Peyton Pritchard, I don't think is a top 10 pick, but in this draft class, maybe. And I think we'll do next. So who's next on the clock? We got Detroit and the New York Knicks. Obi Toppin, I don't think I can't take Obi Toppin here. That would be going ahead of what he actually already went. I don't think I like that. Peyton Pritchard for, I don't know. Here, let's look at some second rounders, see if there's anybody that jumps out. No one's jumping out. Trey Jones, he gets a second rounder for sure. But I mean, this shows you that we've been blessed with some really deep draft classes recently. But right now, I mean, Isaiah Joe, I think that could be mid like 20th overall, maybe. Oh man. This is sad, guys. This is sad. I think next what we do here, 7th overall, we're gonna do Desmond Bain. It's a hot take, but give me Desmond Bain. He's going to jump from 30 to 7. Desmond Bain, the 7th overall, he goes to Detroit. Which, hey, does that mean they don't get Cade Cunningham next draft class or in 2 draft classes whenever he gets drafted? Possibly, but that's what I'm going to do here. And then we got the 8th overall pick, but I think Desmond Bain, is worth that, jumping all the way from 30 to 7. I think we got to show some respect to Emmanuel Quickly. I'm a fan of Emmanuel Quickly. He got drafted by the OKC Thunder. But give me Emmanuel Quickly. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Emmanuel Quickly for sure from Kentucky. So he'll go 8th overall to the Knicks. I think that fits their timeline as well. And then Obi Toppin. I won't reject you anymore. You go down 1. I think you fall 1, so you go to Washington. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You go to Washington. Obi Toppin goes to Washington. Oh, oops. Nope. There we go. 10th overall. Maybe do we just do like 10 for this draft class? I don't know. Jalen Smith for sure could go at 10. I like him at 10. But I'm looking. I think all of these guys could go like where they were. Peyton Pritchard. Yeah. Okay. He's good, guys. He is good. Peyton Pritchard. I will award you with the 10th overall. You go to Phoenix. Very interesting. Where these guys are ending up here. And then, Jalen Smith goes down 1. He goes now 1, so instead of going to Phoenix, he goes to the Spurs in Vassell's replacement. Yeah, I mean, it's not a Devin Vassell, but hey, it is what it is. Jalen Smith goes 11 to San Antonio. And then, so the Sacramento Kings would be next. I don't know, bro. I think this is where we leave it. Is the next best person... Let me know, guys, in the comments if I miss anybody. And obviously, we're not looking at undrafted people, too, because I do know a lot of people went undrafted. I think this is where we're going to put Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe is going to go to the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Isaiah Joe goes 12th overall because, I mean, despite the top 5 and Edwards, Halliburton, Ball, Vassell, McDaniels, Maxey, those top 6 are really like very good. And I mean, everybody else are kind of stars, just not superstars. I wouldn't even say a lot of those are superstars. I think Edwards, Halliburton, Ball are superstars. Everybody else are just kind of co-stars or are just normal talented players. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it for the 2020 draft class. We only get through 12. How is that possible, bro? How is that possible? But it is what it is. We get through 12. We'll see also what draft class is the deepest as we move on. We're going to head over to the 2021 draft class where this had Cade Cunningham. That's right. Cade Cunningham. Oh, this one's a good, guys. This is a good draft class. This is going to be a fun one. Cade Cunningham goes first. Wait, what? I thought Jalen Green just went. Oh, Jalen Smith. Yikes. I might switch Joe. But hey, anyway, it's fine. Jalen Green goes 2nd overall to the Houston Rockets. Evan Mobley. Goes 3rd. Then you got Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs, Josh Giddey. Guys, are you seeing this? Jonathan Kuminga, Franz Wagner, Davion Mitchell, Zaire Williams, Moses Moody, Corey Kispert, Trey Murphy. Şengün was drafted by the Thunder. Oh my gosh. Jalen Johnson, Keon Johnson. Bones Highland was drafted back here. Cam Thomas, Santi Elmanda. Oh, man. Let's see if there's any good here in the second. That first round is loaded. I think we got it for sure 15. But I don't see anybody in the second round. Luka Garza. Hey, we know Luka. Luka Garza is low-key good. Okay. So, except Luka Garza is the only guy in 2021 who will take in the second round. But, okay. This is where it gets controversial. Do you take Cade or Evan Mobley, number 1 overall? Those are who I'm going through. Cade or Mobley. And to make this, obviously, it's going to be the same draft order. Where did the Timberwolves not? Did they actually jump that much? Or did we just not have a first round? We didn't have a first round pick. We just didn't have a first round pick. I don't think they were that much better. Imagine they would have gotten one of these top 10 guys. Imagine that. That would have been insane. But given into the account, we gave Detroit Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane is a guard, meaning they need a big. And I'm just going to go off of that. Give Detroit. I'm taking Evan Mobley. I'm taking Evan Mobley, number 1 overall. Give that to Detroit. Yeah. It's controversial. Obviously, I will go Cunningham for sure. 2nd overall to Houston, though. That's an interesting market. But I just think those two are the best players. I'm taking defense for Detroit since they got their young scorer in Desmond Bane. I'm just going to go off of this because we're redrafting the whole thing. Obviously, the draft order will stay the same, but the draft order can stay the same with that draft lottery because the lottery's an interesting thing. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but that's how I'm going to kind of go off of how I'm just going to kind of go some of these things off. Just it's an interesting way. It's my own little take on these things. I've seen a lot of people do similar things like this, but yeah, third overall, we could go Jalen Green. I don't think he's a top 3. I think Jalen Suggs is worth it. Scotty Barnes is worth it. Franz, I don't know. Şengün. Ooh, I think Şengün. I think we're going Şengün here. I think we're going to go Alfred Şengün. Jumps from, what was he over? I'm looking over here. 16th. Alfred. I don't want to. Yeah, Alfred Şengün is going to go 3rd overall after going 16th in the actual draft class. He goes to Cleveland. So Cleveland still gets a big. They just don't get Evan Mobley. They get Alfred Şengün, but hey, it's still a big, and I think it fits their timeline for sure. Then 4th overall, we could go Scotty Barnes. We could go Josh Giddey. But, man, the Thunder got Josh Giddey too. My goodness. Toronto, though, Scotty Barnes, it just seems like he deserves to stay. I'm going to keep him in Toronto. Scotty Barnes stays in Toronto to go 4th overall in the 2021 draft here. And then I think Josh Giddey is going to go over Jalen Suggs to the Orlando Magic. Josh Giddey is going to go to the Orlando Magic. Okay, interesting. And then Orlando had 2 top 10 picks. That's insane. They had Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner in the same draft class. That's cool. That's going to be interesting to see how we decide who goes now. So Jalen Suggs is definitely good. Do I swap him and Josh Giddey? Possibly. Corey Kispert, maybe. I don't know if he's a top 10 in this class. Franz Wagner, 6th overall over what? Suggs? I don't think I can put him over Suggs. Kuminga. Golden State had 2 first-round picks as well. So did OKC. And the Knicks, a lot of people. No, OKC had 3 first rounds. Are you kidding me? Houston had 3 first rounds. A lot of teams had multiple first round picks. The Minnesota Timberwolves, I don't think have a first round pick in this draft class. Are you kidding? T-Wolves. Why we ain't drafting, bro? Do we draft in the? I guess we haven't really been drafting a lot. Besides Dillingham and Edwards are like last 2, and Baron J maybe. But 6 overall. This is where I'm getting a little here. I think we'll just go Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs will go to OKC, so we just swap them. Giddey and Suggs. I think I'm taking Giddey over Suggs current day. And then this is where I take Wagner. Golden State will get Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner goes to the Golden State Warriors. So now in the last two draft classes, the Golden State Warriors got Tyrese Halliburton and Franz Wagner. That's a strong duo there. And then do we do Kuminga or Moody or Kispert? Those are my next three up. Those are going to be wrapping out the top 10. So Kuminga, Moody, and Kispert. I think I'm going to take Kuminga, Jonathan Kuminga, 6th overall to the Orlando Magic. He goes to Orlando. I think then I take Corey Kispert, bless him, and get him out of Washington, and he's going to go play for not really much of a better franchise, but hey, you're going to play with Sacramento. Who did we have Sacramento take again? They were originally going to get Halliburton if they would have signed him, but they had Isaiah Joe and Corey Kispert. Sorry, Kings, you don't have the best of draft spots right here. And then 10th, we finish this off with Moses Moody going to the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay. They go to the New Orleans Pelicans a year before they get Zion. I'm pretty sure he goes in 2022. But there's your top 10. And then here, I'll fill out the rest here. Trey Murphy, I think, Murphy's a solid 11 here. He'll go to the Charlotte Hornets. I might just rearrange some things if I don't like things at the end. Jalen Johnson. Ooh. I forgot about Jalen Johnson. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move everybody down one, and I'm gonna put Jalen Johnson. I'm moving Jalen Johnson. Yeah, he's gonna go 8th overall to that is gonna be Orlando. That will be Orlando. So Kuminga goes to the Kings. Kispert goes to the Pels. Moody goes to the Charlotte Hornets, and then Murphy, that means you are going to fall to the San Antonio Spurs. Okay. Hey, I think you're happy with that. Maybe got a chance to play with Victor Wembanyama. It probably will be Victor Wembanyama. So Trey Murphy goes 11, and then 13, Quentin Grimes, maybe Isaiah Jackson, Bones Highland, Cam Thomas. I'm going to go Cam Thomas or Santi Aldama. I'm going to go Cam Thomas. Yeah, Cam Thomas for sure. He got taken by Brooklyn. He's still with Brooklyn. But 13th overall, that makes he's going to be the new Tyrese Halliburton for the Indiana Pacers. And then we go Santi. We'll go Santi next. Aldama. Instead of him going to Utah, he goes to the Golden State Warriors. Okay. So the Golden State Warriors have gotten, Franz Wagner. They go too big in this draft class. Interesting. And then we have Halliburton, Aldama, and Franz in their last 3 first-round picks. Very good so far for the Golden State Warriors. And then I think, Luka Garza is going to come at some point, but do I think he's better than, Bones Highland? Bones Highland, I'm going to give him some love. Bones Highland here, 26th overall. He went to Denver, but 15th overall. He jumps up and I'm sorry. I don't know if that's love then if you're going to Washington. I'm sorry. Washington, yeah. And then we go 16th overall, Luka Garza. Is that what we do? Or Quentin Grimes? Let's do Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, he originally goes to the Clippers, but now 16th overall, that goes to OKC. I could see that happening. And then Luka Garza, instead of going to the Timberwolves in the second round, he goes to Memphis. Okay. He goes to Memphis at the 17th overall pick. Whoa. Hold on. Corey Kispert needs to be spaced out. There we go. Trey Murphy needs to be spaced out. So does Cam Thomas. There we go. All right, everything's spaced out, and I think that's where we're going to stop. So that's definitely a deep draft class. Definitely a deep draft class here. We're going to say put 17 in parentheses. 17. We get to 17, and then we got to 12 here. So they beat out the 2020 draft class, at least in depth. But again, let me know if I missed anybody. And now we head over to the 2020 draft class, which I'm really interested to see this one. Is this Zion? No, this is the Paolo. Oh, and the Chet Jabari. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, boys. Ha. We getting deeper. We got Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith Jr., Jaden Ivey, Shaden Sharp, Dyson Daniels, Jeremy Sochan, J-Dub, Jalen Duren, Tari Eason, okay, Walker Kessler, Christian Brown, Wendell Moore Jr., Nikola Jovic, not Jokic, Jovic. Okay, solid. And then Nemhard goes in the second round. The other J-Dub, Jalen Williams on OKC, just not the actual star, the bench player for OKC goes in the second round here. Max Christie, I don't think we'll do anything with him. Josh Minot, we're not going to do anything with you. Luke Travers, like Jabari Walker, like maybe in a couple of years we do them, but I don't think we're going to do it. Ryan Rollins, sure, but I think the second rounders that we'll do is Jalen Williams and Nemhard, but that's after we figure out who goes number 1 overall. Is it still Paolo Banchero, or is it Chet Holmgren, or is it J-Dub? Who is it? Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep Orlando. Orlando's gonna keep is going to keep their guy in Paolo Banchero. Everybody, Orlando keeps Paolo Banchero. I believe he is the best bet here. Chet goes 2. Do I keep this? I feel like I want to keep it, but I see Jalen Williams, and I think J-Dub is better. And I think we're going to make it. We're going to have Jalen Williams, the J-Dub. J-Dub is going to go to the Oklahoma City Thunder, stay there, and then Chet Holmgren, the big man, Chet, will go. Why can't I type Holmgren? There we go. We'll go to Houston. Ooh. Oh, man. Okay. Valid. Oh, oops. I hit that wrong. Actually, I could continue to just do it that way, but I've been doing it this way, so I'm going to keep it this way. Jaden Ivey, Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, Walker Kessler, Christian Brown. Walker Kessler, I see. Do I want to take him, over Jabari Smith Jr.? I don't think so. Jabari Smith Jr. will go 4th. He falls 1. Sacramento. Sacramento always has good picks, bro, because they're just always bad. I think Walker Kessler goes now. I think people need bigs. Detroit needed a big. So now, they took Mobley. So they go crazy big here. So Detroit, in the first, they took Desmond Bane. They have Bane, Mobley, and Kessler now all under contract. That's insane. Now, obviously, they might not get these picks if they're actually good, but it's just hypothetically keeping that same draft class, keeping that same draft order. And I think Dyson Daniels will go next. Yeah, Dyson. Hold on. Yeah, I think Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels will go 6th overall to Indiana. Okay. And then Jaden Ivey, Keegan Murray, Benedict, Jeremy Sochan, Jalen Duren. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, we'll do Jalen Duren here. So Duren got drafted by who in real life? The Hornets, but is actually going to be drafted by the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. Very interesting. He goes 7th overall. And then I think I got to show some love to Christian Brown. I really like Christian Brown in real life. I like watching him play. And I think he deserves to be a top 10 pick for sure. He's going to go to the Pels, not play with Jokic. He's going to play with nobody over there. And then Shaden Sharp. Ooh. Keegan Murray, Jaden Ivey is still like we got some guys. We got some ballers here. Tari Eason. Wendell Moore is still a top player. Jovic is still a top player. And then you have Nemhard and Jalen Williams, the other Jalen. Ooh, this one's getting hard. I want to please tell me in the comments who you guys would change and who you guys I want to know. I want to know what you guys are thinking here. But the San Antonio Spurs right now, I think they need a guard. They didn't get Vassell in that last draft or 2 drafts ago. I think Shaden Sharp will be that guy. Shaden Sharpie will be the next guy for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, they're still getting good players. And then I think Jaden Ivey goes next to Washington. Yeah, Jaden Ivey will go to Washington here with the 10th overall pick. We haven't done Keegan Murray yet. Keegan Murray, I think, needs to be respected at some point here. But I think I'm going to take Tari Eason. I'm going to take Tari Eason over these guys and put him 11th overall to the New York Knicks. Okay. I'm okay with that for sure. I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'm chill. I'm chill with that. And then we will do probably, yeah, Keegan Murray. Why can't I spell? I don't know. It's been a long night, guys. I was just streaming the 49ers game for 3 hours last night. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. But Keegan Murray with the 12th overall pick will go to OKC. So they lose getting Holmgren and Williams and only getting 1. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. That's how it is when we do these redrafts because we see it. Well, those were steals. Those were absolute steals. I think Jeremy Sohan goes here now. So Chan. How can I not spell Jeremy? Jeremy is one of the easiest names, and I get that one wrong. Those are one of the first names I actually got wrong. That's embarrassing. But 13th overall was the Charlotte Hornets. They originally took 13th overall Jalen Duren, but hey, Jeremy Sohan is still pretty good. Still a pretty good player. Mark Williams is still available. I don't think I'm going to put him, though. I'm not seeing any. Benedict Mathurin, and then you have Nemhard. Do I want Nemhard? I'm going to have Nemhard jump. I'm going to have Nemhard jump all the way to Cleveland. Andrew Nemhard is going to go to Cleveland. And then right after that, fellow Pacer Benedict Mathurin. I don't think he is a top 6 picks, and he went top 6, but I'll give him a top 15. He goes to Charlotte again. Charlotte has Sohan and Mathurin. I like those picks for them. They're building a nice little base here. And then Wendell Moore, Jovic, Williams are, I think, the last. So I think we're going to stop at 19. I don't think we can get to 20. I don't think or we could do Mark, and we can do all 20. Okay, this is what we'll do. So Mark Williams will here pick 20. He'll go to San Antonio. We're working kind of not backwards, but and then we'll do Wendell Moore. We'll do Why can't I spell? That's insane. Wendell Moore. When I'm talking, he goes to instead of Dallas, they go 19th overall to Minnesota. Great. That's who we take. Wendell Moore, really. And then Jovic and who was the other dude? Williams, the other Williams, Jalen Williams. And then who am I missing? Maybe we only get to 19. Maybe we only get to 19 here. Unless I'm missing someone. What am I? I'm trying to figure out who do I miss. Maybe this is why you don't go backwards. This is probably the good idea why you don't go backwards. I think we'll do Nikola Jovic here then. So instead of going 27, he goes 16 to Atlanta in replace of Griffin. 17th then goes, I'm going to go Jalen Williams. I like Jalen Williams a lot. He instead of going in the second round he would go to OKC. He goes now 17th overall to Houston in replacement of Tari Eason. That's a good replacement. And then I'm just gonna. There we go. Okay. So yeah, then it's Wendell Moore and then Mark Williams, and we get to 19. So then Minnesota's gonna get Mark Williams. That's even worse. And then 18th overall will be Chicago. Okay. Chicago then gets Wendell Moore. But there we go. We get to 19 for 2022. A very deep draft class with stars in today's league still. I mean, if you say Mark Williams is a star, I don't care. I say, hey, I'll put him in. I'll get the Minnesota Timberwolves in. But yeah, it shows you we don't have the best of luck drafting. We took Matteo Spaniolo, 50th overall. I didn't even know there was a Matteo in the NBA. I wonder if he even played. I don't think he played. Yeah, he didn't play. When you see that this, like, when there's nothing, that means they didn't even play in the in the league. Oh my gosh. All right, moving on to 2023. You got 3 more draft classes. Here we go. 2023. This is what draft class? It's the Victor Wembanyama draft class. San Antonio. Oh boy. All right, San Antonio. Here we go. San Antonio. Do we even have to? Victor Wemby. Wemby goes to San Antonio Spurs. And now, let's take a look here because you had Scoot Henderson, Brendan Miller, Amen Thompson, Azur Thompson, the Thompson twins go. You had Derek Lively, Carson Wallace, Grady Dick. You got Podziemski. Okay. I don't really like any of these other guys. Yeah, second round, did we get any steals in second round? No, not really. Wow, this is besides Wemby. Like Wemby just makes this draft class. Oh, and Jalen Clark. Okay, Jalen Clark. I'm gonna give you some. Okay, Jalen Clark, and then you got. I mean, Grady Dick. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're only gonna have 10. Okay, so Jalen Clark is gonna be. That's insane. Okay, Clark is gonna be there. Okay, interesting. Okay. Brendan Miller is not going second overall, in my opinion. I'm taking Amen Thompson. We're taking Amen Thompson here. I think he's the second best player in this draft class other than Wemby and Amen Thompson. A part of Houston right now, but he's going to be a part of actually Charlotte in this. Okay. And then third, do we have Azur go third? I think we do. I think we have Azur slide up as well. He has not been. I think he's still developing. Thompson. Did I spell Thompson with? Yeah, I spelled Thompson wrong. There we go. So he'll go to Portland, and then Scoot, instead of going to Portland, will go to Houston in replacement. Okay, so Scoot Henderson will be the replacement over there, and he'll head over to Houston. So Houston, we gave them somebody. Who did they draft recently? They drafted Chet. So they have Chet. Yeah, they don't need a tall man in Amen anymore. So now they need a point guard, and they got Scoot and Chet. Okay, I like that. And then I think we'll do Brendan Miller. Wow. Brendan Miller from Alabama. He was a Charlotte Hornet, but now he goes to 5 overall, and it goes to Detroit. Detroit has been in the draft in top 5, top 6 picks from the last couple of years. That means they've been bad, and I mean now they're good because now they're kind of like the Spurs. I mean the Spurs are obviously better, but where they draft good and then or like the Thunder, and like you're not having to pay these guys a lot because they're still on their rookie deals, but they're still very good athletes for sure. Anthony Black we could put here. Derek Lively, Grady Dick, Jalen Clark, or that's pretty much it. Carson Wallace. I think I'm going to put Derek Lively. D-Live. He spells his name weird. That is the weirdest spelling ever. Derek Lively the second. I'm not gonna put the second, but Derek Lively goes 6th overall to the Orlando Magic. And my computer is just said low battery mode. Low battery mode. I don't care. I'll plug you in. I'll plug you in. But Derek Lively goes 6. Do we have? I think we're gonna go Carson Wallace or Anthony Black. We're gonna go Carson Wallace. Instead of him going to Dallas, he goes to Indiana. Yeah, Anthony Black. Dude, Anthony Black's hair in 2K is hilarious. In 2K, which one is it? I think it's his rookie season. His hair is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But he now goes 8th overall to Washington. And then you got 9th. It's going to be Grady Dick. Okay. And he goes to Utah. And then Jalen Clark, Minnesota Timberwolf. He is actually low-key kind of cooking, guys. He's kind of cooking. He is cooking. Jalen Clark, 10th overall instead of going to Minnesota. He goes to Dallas. Maybe to play with Luka Doncic. Unless he gets traded. But that is... Oh, we could do Pajemski. Let's do Pajemski. And I'm actually going to respect Clark a little bit more here. I'm going to go B-Pod. Pajemski. Instead of going to Golden State, 19th overall, he goes to Orlando. 11th overall, and I think that's where we will... Oh, Cavante George. Let's put Cavante George too, 12th overall, just to give them a little bit more of a depth. Cavante George. There we go. And I think that is going to be it. Instead of him going... Cavante George went 16th to Utah. He goes 12 to OKC. OKC just has so many first-round picks. Like, there's... Brandon Pod Jemski. I just did B Pod, but hey, why not? I feel weird. Hey, I gotta respect you. You're a basketball player. And there we go. Okay. So there we go. We got 12 for 2023, but it was headlined by Victor Wembanyama and Amen Thompson. We will get to 2024 in a second for our last draft class. Well, second to last draft class, technically. So 12 for this draft class. Was it really Wemby in 2023? That's crazy. So right now, 2022 has 19, 2021 has 17, and then tied at 2020 and 2023 with 12. So now we got 2024 and 2025 remaining. 2024, let's see. 2024. What you got? You have Zachary Richard, Alex Sarr, Stephon Castle, Reed Shepard, Rob Dillingham, Zach Edey, Cody Williams, Modest Buzelis, Nikola Topic, who still has not played an NBA game. It's so sad. Dalton Knecht, Jalen Tyson, Missy, Terrence Shannon Jr. Wow, we start to have all these picks now. Isaiah Collier. And then in the second round, Flipovsky, who we're not going to put him in. Nope. Spencer. Cam Spencer and Quentin Post. Congrats for... And then Bronny. We got to put Bronny here, right? No. Bronny should not even have been in this draft class, bro, whatsoever. This one's going to be pretty easy. This is pretty easy in my opinion. Here we go. So number 1, Zachary Richard is not going to be number 1. I hate to break it to you, but Stephon Castle is easily the best player here. And Atlanta gets Stephon Castle with Trae Young. Oh, that is nasty. But yeah, Zachary Richard. I always forget how to say his name properly. But he will go number 2 to Washington. Washington's getting a good haul of players, but that's what we thought when they were drafting Alex Sarr. Alex Sarr is not going to go 3rd overall. Reed Shepard, I think, might stay. I think Reed Shepard might stay with Houston. Yeah, we're going to do it. Reed Shepard. Reed Shepard will stay right there in Houston. But San Antonio, now who do they get? Who do they get? I don't think they take Alex Sarr because they have a big man in Victor Wembanyama. They could take Rob Dillingham. They could take Modis. I think based off of this, who's having the better season, Shannon or Dillingham? Both are bad. I'm taking Modis Buzelis. Modis Buzelis, everybody, is going to be the 4th overall pick and go play with Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, that's what we're going to do here. Then Jared McCain. Ooh, that is nasty that he was all the way till 16. He's going to go 5th overall to Detroit. Man, Detroit still having a top 5 pick. Why did I stop writing McCain? I don't know. Jared McCain, there we go. He goes to Detroit. And then this is where things get interesting with the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets, where do you pick? Do you take Rob Dillingham? Do you take Alex Sarr? Alex Sarr's still there. We got to do it. Alex Sarr. I mean, he's still. I'm good. There we go. Charlotte, you get another top guy who might be a bust. I'm not quite sure though. Alex Sarr, and then 7th overall is Portland, and I think Terrence Shannon is going to be the next, or Keyshawn George. I don't think Keyshawn's. I think Cavante George is better than Keyshawn George for sure. Isaiah Collier, no. Dalton Connect, no. I don't think Dillingham's so far a bust so far. I think it's just not working out in the Minnesota system. But I think do we do Rob? I think we do Terrence. We're gonna do Terrence Shannon, and then we'll do Rob after that. I think Rob deserves to be one under Shannon, just because he hasn't been doing what we want him to do. So San Antonio gets Rob Dillingham. No way. So did we trade with San Antonio for Rob Dillingham? That just makes it worse. I didn't realize that. That's crazy. So they still get a guard. They still get 2 good people. San Antonio gets Modis and Dillingham. That is very good. I think that's better than Stephon Castle and Rob Dillingham. Not gonna lie, I think Rob Dillingham and Modis is a better younger core. But Stephon Castle is number 1 overall, so maybe you do lose it. I don't know. It was a steal. I don't know. Terrence Shannon, 7th overall, goes to Portland. I actually like that for Shannon. I think Portland's a really good spot for him. I think Dalton Connect, instead of going to the Lakers, will go 9th overall to Memphis. Yeah. Connect. These names are so weird too. Memphis. And then Zach Edey. I think they pass on Zach Edey, actually, if they're redrafting here, and then Utah takes him. Utah. Nope, don't do that, bro. Google Docs doesn't like me right now. I'm sorry. And then 11th overall, where do we go here? Is there people worth to go 11th overall? Isaiah Collier, I don't think he's worth it. Dylan Jones, I don't think he's worth it. I think we're going to stop here. Wow. This is probably the worst one so far. And also, as we get younger too, we just don't know how some of these guys are going to perform. Like, Antonio Reeves could be absolutely amazing for the Orlando Magic, right? Isaiah Collier could step it up. Missy could step it up. I think Keyshawn George could step it up. Topic, whenever he comes back from whatever injury he's dealing with, if he ever plays, could be good. But we just don't know enough about some of these players, so I'm going to say that's where we're going to stop right there. Those are your top 10, and that's all we get to. That is all we get to. So I think to make it, look a little better here, we're going to keep 2025 also right here. And because I think 2025 is going to be pretty similar, just because we don't know. 2024 gets a solid 10. Hey, that's going to be the least, but hey, we're still trying to figure them out. And now we got 2025. And by the way, we're still not done because after this, we will We will still be doing the top 15 overall in all the NBA in these last 6 or so draft classes. We will do that. But 2025, we had Cooper the Hooper, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, Con Knipple, Ace Bailey. Those top 5 might be staying the same. I think I might switch the order a little bit. And then I'm not doing anybody in this second round. Danny Wolf, W name. W name Danny Wolf. I like Danny Wolf. He's kind of fun. He was actually balling against the Timberwolves. Asa Newell, no. I'm just trying to find Walter Claxton, no. I'm going to put Baron J. Baron J is low-key good. Young Hansen hasn't really played much. Noah Sange is going to jump up over Cedric and all these guys. Jeremiah Fears is balling too. Dre Johnson. Okay, so these top 7 are going to stay same, but I'm going to change the order here. So Cooper the Hooper. Cooper Flag stays number 1, and Dallas somehow still gets him. But then that means San Antonio still gets Dylan Harper. There we go. Dylan Harper stays at San Antonio, which means, guess what? VJ Edgecombe. Yup, he's going to stay in Philadelphia. And guess what that means? Yes, Con, my boy Con Knipple, probably going to win Rookie of the Year, is actually going to... I still like these 3. No, I think Cooper is going to win Rookie of the Year, but he's going to stay with Charlotte because, yeah, Con Knipple's balling. And Ace Bailey, guess what? Ace Bailey, yeah, he's going to stay with Utah. Ace Bailey, I think so far, I mean, we've seen enough from you to be a good player. And guess what? 6th overall. Trey Johnson, you're not going to be 6th overall to Washington. Jeremiah Fears. I have been impressed with Jeremiah Fears. He, I believe, is like 18 years old. Jeremiah Fears, you're going to be playing in Washington. And then that means Trey Johnson, we're going to stop you here and put you down and pick, and you're going to end up in New Orleans playing with Zion or whenever Zion comes back from injury. And then Noah Sange. Sange will be next. He will... I don't know why he went 12 to the Bulls. I think he's should have gone 8 to the Brooklyn Nets. I feel like that's a good fit for him. And then overall there, Baron J. Instead of going 17 to Minnesota, Toronto. Ooh, I actually like that. I like Baron J on Toronto. I like the sound of that. I'm like imagining that. I really like that. And let's see if we can get 10 here. Who do we put? I think we know who we're going to put. Danny the Wolf. Danny Wolf. Oh, boy. Danny Wolf is going to go. I mean, he's actually balling. I was impressed with him, and I just want to do it for a little fun, too. He goes to Houston now in this redraft. And there you go. There's your redrafts and all last 6 NBA redrafts, or as much as we could do. That was fun. But guess what? We ain't done. We ain't done quite yet, because now overall we do the top 15. No, hold on. We're going to do top 10. We're going to do top 10 and make it even more exciting. Top 10 from the last 6 draft classes. Will we put the number 1 overall pick in each? Let's figure that out here. So, obviously, this is how we're going to do it. I think what we're going to do, I'm putting up the little thing here, and I want highlighter. Boom. Can you how do you highlight again, bro? I completely forgot how to highlight. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Okay. I know how to highlight. We're gonna highlight. What am I doing? I'm selling. Highlight people that I could consider being in the top 15. So it's gonna be these 2 for sure. We'll highlight that. Jaden McDaniels, I don't think can be in there. Tyrese Maxey, no. I don't think any of these guys are top players. Top 51, I think about top 10 right now. Top 15, LaMelo, I think Vassell, both of those have the ability to be there, but for now, we're going to just say those 2. Then this one is going to have a couple. Mobley, Cade, and Şengün for sure are all going to be noted. We will think about where to put them in the top 10. I'm looking. This is a deep draft class. Wagner, no, I don't think, though. I think getting him in a year or 2. But for now, that's where I'm going to save it there. So we got 5 out of 10 already done. And this is why you're going to show I'm telling you guys, it's going to make it interesting. Holmgren and J-Dub for sure. I'll give it to Paolo as well. Those three, and now we only have 2 spots left in the top 10. This is why I'm saying it's going to be insane. I think I have to talk about 2023 here because Wembanyama and Amen Thompson are 2 good players. So now we have 10. We were only going to do top 10. We were going to do top 15, but I said, let's make it top 10 to make it even more exciting. Stephon Castle, I have to give you 1 here. Maybe we just do however many I highlight in general. And I could have added a lot of people, but the best draft picks overall, best players. I think these guys are a little young. So we're going to have a top 11 here. Stephon Castle, Amen Thompson, Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Paolo Banchero, Alfred Şengün, Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Tyrese Halliburton, and Anthony Edwards. Number 1 overall, the best player so far, in my opinion, right now. That's why I don't think I can put Flag, Harper, Edgecombe, Kneppel, because they just had 1 season. So that's why I also wasn't planning on doing much of them as well. It was mostly going to be the last 5 draft classes with 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, because we haven't really seen them play as much. I think Flag, Harper, Edgecombe, Kneppel all have the ability to be right here. But top 10 players right now, based off of these pools of players, give me Wemby number 1. Victor Wembanyama, I think you have to give him number 2. And number 2, though, give me the Ant-Man, bro. The Ant-Man. I want to write the Ant-Man because I think he's the second best player out of this pool of players. And now this is where things get interesting. Amen Thompson has arguably to be the 3rd best player, but it's going to be one of the Oklahoma City guys. Cade Mobley. I mean, they've been balling too. Halliburton's been balling. I mean, he hasn't played, but he's a great player too. And I think what we do here is 3, we do Evan Mobley because he is a threat everywhere. I think we do J-Dub 4. We do Cade. No, I think we'll do Cade. We do Cade. What am I doing? I'm Cade. We'll do Cade Cunningham 4. J-Dub. Yeah. We'll do J-Dub 5. I think Chet is towards more bottom of the list. I think if we're talking healthy, we're taking Tyrese Halliburton. Well, I didn't capitalize Halliburton. So then we got 4 spots left here. We have Stephon Castle, Amen Thompson, Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, Alfred Şengün. I think we technically are going to do 11, top 11 here. Amen Thompson. Oh, I like Amen a lot. Stephon, I like. Oh, this is hard. This is low-key hard, guys. This is low-key really hard. This is low-key really, really hard. Yikes. Şengün right now is really good. Paolo. I just keep second guessing myself. This is hard. I could do Chet too and just make it an easy pick here. I think we're going to do Paolo. Do we do Paolo? I don't know. Yikes. Yo, guys, why is this so hard? Let me know who you guys... Yeah, I think we're going to do Paolo Banchero, number 7. Then we'll do Chet Holmgren. Is that how you spell it? What the heck? Why can't I spell today, boys? Was he actually drafted in 2022? That's insane. It's Holm. There's an L. It says like almost a silent L. Holmgren. Stephon Castle. Why? Well, whatever. I think we do Stephon Stephon Castle, and then Amen Thompson. It comes down to Amen Thompson or Alfred Şengün. Amen Thompson or Alfred Şengün. Let me know in the comments. They both start with an A. Alfred Şengün or Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson or Alfred Şengün. I'm going to do Alfred Şengün. Why can't... Şengün? Is that how you spell even Şengün? I can't... When I'm not looking at the way to spell it, Şengün is the weirdest way to spell it here too. Şengün. He spells it Şengün, but you say it Şengün. Okay. But that took the dramatic effect, but Şengün. Alfred Şengün will be my top 10, and then so if there was an 11, it would be Amen Tom. That's how I would do it, but obviously there's not an 11 right now. There's only 10. There's only 10, and those are my top 10 from all 6 draft classes. Well, technically 5 draft classes because I didn't do anybody from the 2025 draft class. And here, as we close today's episode, thank you guys for watching. But I think Cooper Flag, Harper, Edgecombe, Knipple all have the ability to become here anywhere in this section. I think maybe even past Jada, but I think Mobley, Ant-Man, Wemby, and Cade Cunningham are by far the top 4 players in these last draft classes. And I think they'll stay there for a little bit. I think Cunningham will probably jump over Mobley at some point, but I think Ant-Man and Wemby are definitely the top 2 in the last couple of years, all the way back to 2020 when Ant-Man was drafted. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a little bit of a different episode today on Inside the Zone with Matteo. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your holiday weekend. It's almost New Year's, so coming up on January 1st, by the way, we got our 2026 prediction show. We got our monthly power rankings for for NHL and NBA. That's coming out tomorrow, December 30th. And then December 31st, we got our weekly NFL show. It's week 18 of the NFL. We got a lot of good things to look forward to this upcoming weekend after this week, because we got some playoff implications, and the playoffs start very shortly. The playoffs. Yeah, we talking about the playoffs. We'll talk about the playoffs on December 31st, 2025, our final episode of 2025. But please, we're trying to hit 7. Let's try to hit 70 subscribers by 2026. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to keep God first, because He's the most important thing in your lives. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.